It's the Andy Thompson Show on ESPN 97.7.
It's Omaha is it's a run play but it could be a pass play. I throw, you catch. It's not that hard, okay?
Time for Quarterback U with Judd Bingham on ESPN 97.7.
Welcome back. Thanks for being with us. Quarterback U brought to you by Fabulous Freddy's. Check out 2 Fabulous Freddy's Southern Utah locations, River Road and Bluff Street. We've broken down, I don't know how many quarterbacks throughout the years on Quarterback U. We welcome in JBT, Judd Bingham Thompson, to break down Dylyn Gabriel for the Hurricane Tigers. And Hurricane has had regardless of the win-loss record, Judd, they're playing a lot better football this year, and have already got a win in region. They got a tough game at Snow Canyon this week. We'll be there on ESPN 97.7. Judd's been watching film on Dylyn Gabriel, their starting quarterback. Judd, what impressed you off the bat about Dylyn's film?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything goes through him. I mean, that's an obvious statement about any quarterback, but they run kind of a multi-pronged rushing attack, so he's got to be doing a lot of motions, a lot of movement. It looks like he's reading a lot of things that he can pull or give, and then obviously heavily involved in the pass game. But, yeah, just really impressed with his ability to manage what seems to be a very kind of complicated running game. And, being involved heavily in that as well, having to run the ball a lot.
Yeah, to me, it's almost like running the wishbone from the shotgun sometimes, where you've got to do all these counters, and the run game has got to put a lot of stress on the quarterback just to get the handoff to the right guy. Yeah,
I mean, just a lot of motion, a lot of movement, a lot of remembering where the motion's coming from and timing those up. Mm-hmm. They do run a lot of counter. They run a lot of, waggle and bootleg pass, and, he's running a lot. So, yeah, they put a lot on him, but he seems to be, managing it. And as you said, much more competitive this year in every game. And
give us what you would say is his top strength, Dylyn Gabriel.
Yeah, I mean, I think, number one, as I mentioned before, I think he has a great control over this kind of multi-pronged rushing attack. He's the leading rusher on the team. Yeah. Obviously the leading passer as well. But I just think his ability to manage this offense that reminds me a lot of Hurricane back in their heyday, where they were running this, multiple run game offense and confusing people and just kind of gashing you. And I think it just wears you out. And he manages all that very well.
And then let's pick something. This is always the hard part, but picking something maybe Dylyn's been working on or needs to work on in the future at quarterback.
Yeah, once again, always easy for me to do this sitting at my computer. But I think because of his involvement so much in the running game, that's hard on a quarterback, and I think it kind of weighs on his accuracy a little bit. When you think about running the ball and running through tackles and breaking tackles, and the next play you got to throw, I think you can sometimes have some heavy legs, and so I think sometimes that shows up in his accuracy a little bit. But you also don't want to take away the running ability from him as a part of the offense, because it's a huge piece.
You, as a high school quarterback, played in an offense with 3 backs behind you in a full house formation, and a lot of times in your passes you had to fake a bunch of handoffs. So I'm sure you can kind of empathize with how difficult that can be for Dylyn in this offense.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're never just doing a straight drop back. It's a lot of play action, and you've quickly got to identify, okay, where's my threat or where is my read, and it's coming off of a few fakes. So exactly right. Yeah, that's never easiest on the quarterback, but it does make it hard on the defense because of how active they are in the run game.
And what do you think Hurricane can anticipate Snow Canyon's going to throw at them defensively on Friday?
Yeah, I think Snow Canyon's got to load the box. I think given how diverse the run game is for Hurricane, if I'm Snow Canyon, I'm giving a lot of one safety or no safety looks and saying, look, you've got to beat us in the pass game, because what we're not going to allow you to do is just run 3 to 4 yards at a time here right down the field like I watched them do against Pineview recently. So if I'm Snow Canyon, I think you got to load the box and force them to prove that they can throw the ball consistently.
All right, and then lastly, on quarterback U, we asked Judd who the quarterback we're breaking down reminds him of. Did he remind you of any household name quarterback?
Yeah, I just think his involvement and his powerful running style, he reminds me of a right-handed version of Tim Tebow. Capable passer, but a real threat in the run game, and just kind of a general of this offense to get, multiple people involved and just controlling the flow of the offense. All
right, I love it. Tim Tebow, that's your comp for Dylyn Gabriel, quarterback for the Hurricane Tigers. They play against Snow Canyon this Friday at Snow Canyon High School. We'll have it for you on ESPN 97.7. Thanks a lot, Joe. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, Andy. Take care.
Quick break.